right, it's now time for Hyun. We've had a lot of Zergs so far. I mean, we have a total of 3, okay? But I didn't think they would pick Hyun. I didn't think they'd pick Moon first to deal with Shine, but then I didn't think that they would pick Hyun to deal with Moon after what Moon did to Shine. I don't know, man. These decisions are crazy.
We just talked a little bit of, with the Fnatic players as well, and we knew up front Todd's job today was mainly to take out Inori. That was his job. He trained so hard in PvP, he trained to take down Inori, now he's like, well, I actually don't have to play today, I guess. I might later. I actually can, but I was really looking forward to play against Inori, and now Inori's out. So this is going to be, yeah, pretty interesting if we are going to see Todd later on in order to play another TSL player. But first of all, they have to defeat Moon. And today is actually a full moon.
Yeah, it is, in fact. That is, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, there's nothing else to say. It's a full moon. Will he be able to get the full score? Will he be able to destroy the entirety of TSL? Right now, it looks like it's a pretty strong possibility.
I, by the way, have to disagree with everyone who tries to make Moon the 4th race right now. I'm sorry, guys, but he's definitely the 5th race.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
There is no way around it. Even if there are only 3 races in StarCraft 2, it's not going to happen. He's the 5th race.
The 5th race. See if he can secure 5 wins today and get the all-kill.
Oh, Hyun might stop him now on Atlantis spaceship. We're heading into the map. It's the GSTL with Carl and Wolf. Our TSL player starts to the bottom left of the map. We have our second Zerg versus Zerg, and this time the player for TSL is
TSL Hyun.
And it's really interesting to me that Hyun is now facing Moon, because Hyun is also one of these players that we've casted several times, and at first he was kind of lacking a late game transition, and well, every single time we cast him, he's playing better and better and better. Is he today strong enough to take on Fnatic's Zerg player, already on 2 wins on a 2-win streak? At the top right,
Fnatic Lady Call Moon.
I'm not sure, man. I mean, with the way Moon has been playing today, I don't know if he can actually do it. Look at how fast he is. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely insane. And well, to me it's really interesting. And when I first casted Hyun, I think it was with you, we cast him in the GSL. He played on Antigua against a Terran player. He had a very nice mid game, but then he lacked the transition into a late game. And every single time we casted him, he played better and better and better. He placed in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken, at DreamHack, which was his first offline tournament outside of Korea.
Yeah, that's correct. I casted some of his games there as well. He looked, you know, like you said, he seems to be like a little bit better each time I see him. I don't know if the transformation is complete yet or not, but I definitely think he has a lot of potential, and obviously Coach Lee feels comfortable signing him out here against someone who's already killed a strong Zerg player, beaten Inori, and he feels comfortable sending this guy out rather than sending out Symbol or Pole. Obviously, there will still be 2 slots left if they lose here, so they can still send both Symbol and Polt, but there's a lot of momentum building up here for Moon.
Yeah, we saw this in the GSTL in the last group, in Group A, we saw it with Live. When you have the first few wins secured, you feel so confident. At the same time, the opponent's team is kind of worried, okay, how can we stop this guy? It's just the pressure that you have. Every player that steps into the booth now knows, I have to take him down. I have to win this. If I lose as well, then suddenly Fnatic will be ahead 2 games, 3 games. So they really have to make it work right now. It's a lot of pressure that just builds up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is a really, really tense position for TSL. As far as mentality goes, if the whole team starts to feel a little bit frustrated or weakened, it's going to affect the mentality of every single player that steps in the booth, no matter who they are. It just absolutely will. Certainly Speed coming out, basically identical timings for these 2 players. The Queens as well, drones transferring down. We've had kind of a passive opening as both players have done similar builders. Even their Overlord scouting positions are almost identical. However, we have a Baneling Nest coming down for Moon first.
Yeah, the Baneling Nest is building. And what I wanted to add, because of the pressure that the team has, it's if you, for example, ask a player from TSL before the team match starts and you ask them, okay, would you be comfortable to play against Moon? They would probably all answer like, yeah, of course, that's fine, that's alright, I can do this. And suddenly he's up 2 games, and I think he will get a lot of answers like, yeah, well, maybe not today.
Yeah. Actually, that's such a good point. Like I said earlier, I think that it's so stressful to have a player on your opponent's roster that you just did not expect to do well, or didn't even expect them really to be played, and then suddenly this guy is like someone who's unstoppable, and then you know that the other ones you were worried about are still there. They're still there.
And we have the Banelings, the aggression by Moon. He's currently morphing the first few Banelings. 32 to 25 Harvester in favor of Shine of Hyun, obviously.
He can see there's no spine in play as well. He had the Overlord in position to see that. He saw it being morphed just now.
He's droning a lot. I'm not sure if he really expects this aggression. Now he knows about it. He saw the Zerglings. He saw the Zerglings. He's tagging to lair. He invests a lot here to get his tag, to get the Spine Crawler, to get additional gas.
Only one Baneling morphing as well. That's the only one he has right now. He does not have anything.
Moon is supply blocked here, but he does not need any additional units. He's streaming in right now. A few Zerglings headed into the main base, the rest into the mineral line at the natural.
Oh, Moon may just take this game right now, man. There is not much of an answer for this. He's trying to morph Banelings desperately. I don't think he's going to hold there. Look at how many Zerglings are in the main base. There's nothing but drones in there. It looks like a few Zerglings popping out.
One Baneling. That's all that Hyun has right now. And Moon is morphing additional ones. He's getting drones. He's droning up. He's tagging behind this. He's trying to attack here. Fnatic Moon on 43 supply against Hyun's 45. And the aggression for now has been stopped.
Yeah, I thought maybe if he followed up, he would just win the game, but he didn't know that.
12. Oh, another Baneling detonates in the mineral line, but does not take down anything. He lost 12 drones, though.
Got it. Right now, though, he does have the lair, and he will likely go Spire as soon as he has the chance. It's going to be tough to actually commit that much gas to that when you know your opponent could just go for another big attack and kill you. But he has this huge tech advantage that he could use.
Moon with a late attack, and he did damage. He did a lot of damage, but was it enough?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, because I feel like if he followed up, he could have won, but he didn't know his opponent was going to be this unprepared.
If he would have been able to set the second Baneling into the mineral line and take down the rest of the drones that he just damaged severely, then I feel this game would have completely skipped and turned in Moon's favor. But now, as you said, his tech is a little bit late. He's building up a huge banking gas already, so he will be able to use it for his tech structures, but still, in regards to his economy, he's ahead. 52 against 43 Harvesters, but his tech is delayed. He's getting the faster third, though.
Oh, this is so smart. I was going to say, why do people go for drones when you can kill the larva? And that's exactly what we did. Like, in my head, I was like, oh, I can't wait to say this when he goes for the drones. But no, he's too smart, man. He went for the larva. He knew exactly what Wolf was thinking.
There's the Spire. The problem for Hyun at this point is that he might have the fast attack, but how this map works and how big the push distance is, it's not that significant, because the timing when the Mutalisk will actually arrive at Moon's base will probably coincident with Moon's Mutalisk just popping out of the X.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to whether or not the Mutalisk can be with Zerglings at the third base. That's going to be the point of contention. If you can force a cancel on your opponent's third, you get so ahead, especially if you can get a higher Mutalisk count, then you basically just control the game. And this is what...
all about the gas.
Yeah, and this is what Moon is trying to do right now with these Zerglings that he's making go around the right side of the map. He's trying to catch this hatchery off guard. He's even got Baneling set up to defend, so if his opponent goes for a Mutalisk Zergling attack, he will at least have these 2 Banelings to defend. And right now, position-wise, I think Moon definitely has the upper hand with how he's attacking this hatchery. He even has to turn around.
There has to be a cancel. He has to cancel it. He has to. Yes, he does. The Mutalisks are ready, though.
What happened to the Banelings over here? Moon actually had Banelings to defend, but they're gone now, and I wonder if they were actually just targeted down, but now he cannot defend this base.
Yeah, it will die. The base will die, and he's not able to cancel it. And here are 10 Mutalisks for Moon, while Hyun has to defend with his. He can't attack straight on.
Yeah, this is actually such a close game right now. The more Zerglings are streaming in, but a huge attack for Hyun. He's actually just going to send these 3 Banelings into the mineral line, and 2 of them will survive. Oh, he did not control that as well as he could have, but still with the follow-up.
The Lings as the follow-up, but at the same time, Moon is doing damage as well. 23 Harvesters killed by Moon and only 6 by Hyun. And now the Mutalisk count is in favor of Moon as he's just flying across the map, trying to put some pressure on. He can't just take down all these Overlords that are positioned for Hyun.
Yep, he's forced the hatchery to be away right now. Both of them, in fact, have not even started to remake their hatcheries. Zerlings will be warded off here. The Mutalisk count now 12 for Moon, taking a 4 Mutalisk lead. 4 for his opponent, about to pop out, putting them at dead even. Did you see a faster third base movement? As you mentioned, he's killing all the Overlords on the map. And ooh, I like this by Hyun. He's actually going to take the center base with triple gas.
There's a small Mutalisk fight, but Moon is dodging. He knows that he does not have the numbers just yet. Armor upgrade coming up for Hyun here. He's not going for the attack upgrade, both trying to establish the third once again. And this is going to be a very, very close game. But Moon, once again, with the attempt to just run a few Zerglings by. It's not successful, though.
And Moon has not seen the third base. He keeps checking the third that's on the right side. The one that's in the middle is actually harder to do Zergling run-bys against with this many Mutas out, and it's going to be easier to spot the Zergling run-bys. But he hasn't seen this base at all, so Moon might be thinking, he's just going to go for a big 2-base attack. He's not making his third base, he's not even trying. But in reality, he's making a base that's even more lucrative with how much gas is there.
Not a single one of them is, by the way, going for any kind of infestor transition. They are just sticking it out with the Mutalisks.
A great trade there for Moon, but still the third base is going up for Hyun, completely undetected right now.
Moon has 17 to 11 Mutalisks, but 5 additional ones will pop for Hyun very, very soon. The attack upgrade will be done a lot faster than the armor upgrade for Hyun.
One Spore does push those Mutas away. Investors and Roaches coming up for Moon. He's making the transition first, and I like that because he knows now, all right, well, I've done what I can with these Mutas. We're both too scared to really fight each other. We can't commit here, but I'm actually going to take the next step in this 1v1. I'm going to actually go up to the Roach Tech. I'm going to get those Infestors out. I've already got my third base up. He is now going to get his first glimpse of his opponent's third base, though, and that's going to want to make him want to attack.
And this, at the same time, we have a lot of a better economy for Moon, actually. He catches those Mutalisks.
Oh man, this is so bad.
This is a battle that Hyun can't win.
Hyun is going to lose this one so bad. And he didn't have his +1 Carapace. It was not done. +1 was done for Moon just seconds later, and he would have had the Carapace, but he did not have it. He loses all of his Mutas. And now his third base, the third base of Moon, is defended. And how can he defend his base?
It's not only about the third. Already before this battle occurred, we had a Harvester lead for Moon, and now he takes down the Harvesters. He has the tech advantage, he has the transition, he can harass with the Mutalisk. He's just going in here, and Hyun is on the ropes. He is able to defend the space, but there are Zerglings streaming in, and Moon has an amazing lead in this game.
Yeah, 30 Harvester lead, the tech, as you mentioned, the Pathogen Glands going up, the Roach speed going up. He has his third base completely secured and saturated with, like I said, 30 more drones. These two Mutas are actually going to go out for Hyun. He's not going to be able to accomplish anything with them, and this is just, I mean, Moon today, like you said, it's a full moon, and
this is amazing. This is really just, I'm speechless. Moon is playing this so well. His unit control is exceptional, and we talked about his decision making in all of these games. It was amazing.
I mean, the huge mistake of flying the Mutas into Moon's Mutas was one of the things that changed this game, but I mean, from the start, Moon has looked strong in this game. He's going to take out this Spore Crawler over here. He knows his Mutas are basically expendable at this point, so he's going to try to make them work however he can. Does even escape with them. He's going to get an Overlord, 2 Overlords, in fact, on his way out. Taking those down, supply blocking Hyun further. Getting a Hydralistan up right now, starting +1. The Infestors are on the way. Kaldor, what can Hyun do?
Hyun has the better Mutalisk count at this point, but only because Moon transitioned. So with all these additional Harvesters that Moon has, he has the better economy, he has the transition, and he is going for Hydralisk with +1 attack upgrade. Both of them building as we speak. He's getting the 4th base, and well, Hyun just now tries to go for Infestors. Now tries to go for a transition, and if Moon hits the timing here, then it will be so hard for Hyun to defend. As you said, he didn't realize that he was in a battle with Mutalisk, and as soon as it occurred, he was like, okay, well, maybe I can get out ahead of it.
Oh, this could be huge! He gets several Mutas, this is huge! He's going to be able to pick them up, and some hesitation by Hyun. He doesn't know if he wants to commit or not, and he will lose them.
He will lose every single one of them.
I think maybe he could have committed, but he hesitated too much, and
I don't think he could.
Even if he tried, it would probably not have worked.
It's a lot of bad luck here for Hyun. He gets into uncomfortable positions. If you don't see it on the screen immediately as it happens, you cannot run away. It's just the tech advantage that Moon already has, and he capitalizes on it. He can use these opportunities, these windows.
Yeah, he has a 100 supply lead right now, 200 to 100 supply. And his opponents built that Mutalisk count not only because, like you said, his opponent transitioned, but also because he had that third gas, that high-yield gas in the center, but it's just not going to be enough, and now he's going to lose it. He's sending his Mutalisk across the map for a counterattack. Moon does not have a ton of defense in play, but he has the Hydro Sten, so he can just make enough Hydras to hold, make 1 or 2 Infestors, and he should be fine.
Building Spore Crawlers, 10 Spore Crawlers, because he knows he cannot lose to a base race. If he builds all these Spore Crawlers, he's fine, he will win, and he knows it. Hyun knows it as well, but what can he do? He cannot fight Moon head-on. He just can't. It's impossible for him.
You're exactly right. These Spore Crawlers will be killed as they finish, but he's just losing a ton of hit points on these Mews. Decides to run in, but there are more Spores to greet him. And the Hydralisk Den is up 14 Hydras on the way, and they will tear through these Mews. The Queen is taken out, but look at how much damage he's doing here. And the Fungals, they will be solid. Oh, man.
He moves in. The Hydralisks are here as well. And this is just Moon crushing TSL players. He's up 3 wins, takes down the 3rd player for the TSL team and brings his team in the lead with 3-1. Wow.
Man,
stumbling over my words as I'm still amazed by how Moon played this. A little bit unlucky for Hyun at times, but well executed.
Moon owns white hoodies today, man. He has taken out 3 so far. He's got 2 to go. And I think we are going to see Symbol and Polt.
Yeah.
The question is, what order will we see them in and on which maps? I think we'll likely see Polt come out on Antigua.
You don't want to use a 3rd Zerg against Moon. No. You just don't want to. This has to be Antigua. And it's not Antigua. It's Whirlwind. Not. It's Whirlwind.
Look at Moon. Look at how confident, and he looks confident yet humble. Like he doesn't want to celebrate just yet. He actually just wants to take this entire all-kill, win the team battle, take Fnatic into their first win, and he may just do that.
And we talked about how fast he is. He realized in an instant that he had the chance to fungal these Mutalisks, and he turned around, fungaled them, and for Hyun it was the decision, okay, he caught half of the Mutalisks. What am I going to do? Am I going all in with all the Mutalisks?
Do I all in? Like,
risk losing all of them?
Because if he controls his Infestors well, I'll lose all my Mutas and he won't lose any Infestors. And he's Moon, so like, of course he's going to micro well if he's paying attention, but you could see some hesitation there. He lost the Mutas. It was 2 times he flew into bad waters, man. The first time he flew into a better Mutalisk count by mistake. He had no idea. Could not have been prevented, just bad luck. The second time he flew into Infestors, maybe he should not have been that active with Mutas when there are Infestors out, but either way, Moon was just more map aware.
Yeah, exactly. He was always aware where his opponent is probably just situated with his army, and he acted accordingly. Those Mutalisks that flew back in order to intercept Hyun's forces, that was not an accident. Moon really aware of what was happening on the map, all the scouting information that he had. He made this happen. He forced those mistakes, and Hyun, he did not play bad, but it was at times a bit unlucky. There were mistakes that were forced by Moon. It was just a situation that is very hard to escape from, and Moon sealed the deal with the fungal that we saw at the end. This was basically the final blow to Hyun.
Well, will it be Polt? I think it has to be. Let's find out.
But
he's hiding behind that monitor in the center.
It can't be.
No, it's not. It's going to be Symbol.
It's Symbol.
And Symbol, you know what? We talked about this before. He said, I don't want to send another Zerg against Moon, but Symbol is the Zerg. He is the Zerg to ZVZ against Moon, and I like this choice. They pull out. Now they get rid of this map. I think they might feel uncomfortable on ZVZ, though. It's going to go late game, and Symbol has shown great decision-making late game in this match, so it's like a good map pick. There's some Zergs have actually been struggling on this map, even though it's huge. I'm not sure why it's been, but look at this guy. He's Code S, Iron Squid, he did great. The MLG Spring Arena, #2, he did great. He is just he's a world-renowned player now.
I don't know if I like it. To be completely honest with you, I don't really like it all that much. Of course he's a great ZVZ player. He's an amazing ZVZ player. But Moon already defeated 2 Zergs, and I feel that Polt would have had better chances on Antigua to take down Moon. And of course, you're always facing the problem that right now you are down 2 games, so your opponent will have more players to throw them against you. But having Symbol as the last player, I don't know. It's a tough decision to make.
My feeling is, for example, listen to this idea. All right, there's still Alive on the bench. Now, I would much rather have Symbol play against Alive than have Polt play against Alive. You send Polt out first, Alive comes out, he mechs against Polt. Polt always goes Marine Tank. It's kind of a struggling, difficult situation to win in. Maybe they really want to avoid playing against Alive here, because if Polt comes out, then Alive beats him in a TVT, then Polt's gone, and that's just it.
But Alive is Symbol is strong enough that you can rely on him in order to be the last player. He showed it at Iron Squid, showed it in the past. I think both would have been possibility. It's a tough choice either way. Now we have another. No, we have another ZVZ coming up, and let's see if Moon can do it again.
Yeah, I think so far I would bet money on him if I had to choose, man. With how well he's been playing today, all of his decisions, his micro, they've all been good. But Symbol, he is the ZVZ king right now. It feels like every tournament he's playing in, he is killing so many Zergs. He wasn't able to beat Violet in the end of MLG Spring Arena #2, but he looked so good. His multitasking was amazing, and I think he may just be the one to take Moon out here.
The game is loading, guys. We have a ZVZ, the third one today. TSL against Fnatic. It is Moon against Symbol here at the GSTL with Calden Wolf.